Okay, it is day 15 of our truck build. That's my big black box in there behind me. I'd like to think we're halfway, but I'm just hitting considerable delays on freight. And being in rural Queensland, I knew it was a chance that it was going to happen, but the list of what I'm waiting for is starting to get pretty impressive. So, gas hot water system was supposed to be delivered 4 days ago. Still haven't seen it. Washing machine and fridge from Harvey Norman supposed to be delivered a week ago. Haven't seen it. Skylights and Thetford oven from Outback Camping Supplies haven't even been given a delivery date or tracking for yet, despite being ordered a week ago. What else are we waiting on? Oh, and the caboodle door fronts still saying mid-September, which that order's going to get cancelled Monday afternoon if it has not, if the people in the trade desk have not sorted that out by now. So we're kind of getting to a bit of a spot where we're going to be waiting. I've also got a mattress and bar stools. I think they're on their way, but I haven't been sort of given a date or anything on those yet. So we're getting to the pointy end where I'm going to start wanting to build cabinetry, and I'm not going to be able to really do it till I have my appliances to make sure everything's Mickey Mouse and the dimensions work and everything before I put them in. And we're going to get to a stuck point, I feel. On today's agenda, Tom and the electrician are doing the interior 240 volt wiring. And then I really want to cut in the side access door for the caravan door. But the skies today, pretty grim. So I don't know if that is conducive to cutting a big hole in the side of our truck. The other thing we're learning as we go along is that our Pantech is just a big fiberglass box. It's 4 fiberglass walls and a fiberglass roof. It has little to no steel framing and support in it whatsoever, which is great for the weight factor, but it means we can't really fix anything substantial back to a wall. Like, we can't tie a bed back to a wall. Everything has to be tied to the floor or the one running rail top and bottom that are steel. Well, the bottom one's steel and top one's aluminium. So that in itself is becoming a little bit of a challenge, and we have to start thinking about the way we're tying things back, because the traditional way of tying things back is just not an option. I don't have a solid wall to tie things to, like I did in the bus. We tied it all back to the steel channel, the running rail in the bus, and there's uprights in the bus, so there was solid things to secure to. I've got about 15 mils, I think, 20 mils maybe, of fiberglass that I'm working with, so that's not strong enough to hold anything substantial. Or brace anything. So that's starting to become a real, it's not a sticking point, but it is making us think about how we have to mount things and do things and construct things, because everything has to be tied through the floor or that channel, one channel top and bottom that we've got to fix to. So it's just taking a little bit of extra thinking. And like, just even the electrics, like, got to try to hide conduit and stuff behind cabinetry, because we won't have a stud wall. You know, you normally hide all your cabling and things inside a stud wall or a wall cavity. We don't have wall cavities, we have solid fiberglass. So just little tricky things like that we're trying to work on. But yeah, I'll probably today leave Tom and the electrician to do the internal wiring, and I might just build some caboodle units. So I've got 4 out of the 5 have been delivered. That's another one of those still waiting for delivery as well. And finish cleaning out the bus, because I've been putting it off. And I've had a couple of people now ask me for sale videos and more information on the bus. I've been like, yeah, I'll get it when I get the bus cleaned out. And I haven't done it. So I really got to get onto that too. But I think that's the plan for today. Really, it's just weather and delivery pending. So we'll see what happens for the day. One of my first jobs every morning and last jobs every night is to gather the Makita battery. So I gather everything from around the building site in the evening and put it all on the chargers through the afternoon. and then in the morning I bring them back out in this basket so that we're not running back and forth trying to get our batteries, because that's just a pain in the ass. And then my other job that I do for the morning is cleaning up after Tom. He really should have been an electrician, not a farmer, because he is super good at making one hell of a mess. So I'll try to clean that up. He's still out walking the dog, so I'll try to get in and tidy some of this up, because it really, really offends me, and I think he knows that. And I think he does it half the time just to offend me. Now, the other thing I do when I clean up is all the little bits and bobs and doodads I find, I put in a box. I think everything in this box is rubbish. But what I think and what Tom thinks is rubbish is often vastly different. Now, as a former farmer's wife, I learnt that the 3 bolts that sit on the dining room table for 3 to 6 months are not rubbish, and then the day you throw them in the bin will be the day they say, hey, where'd those bolts go? I need them to fix my job. So I put something I've learned. I put it all in a box, and then I set the box somewhere, and then eventually when they say, hey, where those 3 bolts go? I'll be like, they'll be in the box. And then eventually from time to time you get your farmer, husband, builder, whatever, to clean out the box and actually throw away what they don't want. But I have learnt the hard way. If you throw the bolts in the bin that you think are rubbish, they will be needed for a project in 3 months, so don't do it. Put them in a box, hide the box somewhere. Gotta love fiberglass and the PPE that comes with it, but she's now or never. We're cutting the door. I just think Tom's dodging doing the electrics this morning. Well, that lets some more light in the situation, doesn't it? Now we just got to clean it all up and then we can put the new door in, but I've got to get all that dust and shit off first. One new door.
I think it'll seal. What do you think here?
I think we'll put the clear on the outside once it's set. Do you want to shut it? Now, I know it doesn't really match in with the scheme, but I might just get it wrapped or painted or something. We'll see how we go. But that's not a priority. Cosmetics are not a priority at this stage. Functionality is. So that is one caravan door we picked up for $400 second hand from a caravan wrecker. Saved us about $1,600 on that front. Was having a really good day. Hadn't spent a cent on truck construction, which is like a miracle. And then I was walking down the Audi centre aisle and I spotted these guys. $9 for a set of 4, which is about the price of one handle at Bunnings. So just spent $60 on door handles, but bargain. So while Tom and the electrician are doing the 240 volt power, I'm going to crack on and start making some caboodle so I can stay out of the way. Now, by the time I finished the bus, I was an absolute gun at flat pack caboodle, but it's been a little minute, so we'll see how we go. And there you go, that's my 450ml sink drawer done. It took me, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I guess. Now, it's a caboodle carcass. Don't let anyone tell you if you're doing the build they're not strong enough or good enough. We've had them for 3 years in the bus now. Not a single hiccup or hitch. I did spring extra for decent draw runners when I did the bus and hinges, but we literally have not had a problem. So I can be confident this time around that the caboodle is not the cheap way out. It's definitely the quick way out. And they will handle. You take the time and build them right, making sure your corners are flush. When you build, even though everything's pre-drilled, just take the time to make sure everything's flush and square. When you pull it up, don't over-tighten things. It will last. Like I said, 3 years so far in the bus, and there's not a screw out of place. Everything's so good in there so far. End of day 15. The interior electrical is all but knocked over, just cover plates and little bits to put on that. Exterior side access door fitted. That was the 2 big things, I guess. That door took most of the morning. And then I've got a couple of the 2 out of the 5 caboodle units made. Yeah, got a bit done today. That door was a big one, so that's one big thing off the list, and it went in quite well actually. Just starting to rain now, so it's dark and cold and wet. It must be knock-off time. Back on it again tomorrow. Keeping on those electrics just taking so much time, so hopefully that's finished tomorrow. But we do have to do a 12-volt system for the lighting and the igniter on the gas hot water and the gas oven as well, so that's a whole other electric system that we sort of really hadn't thought about much, but now we have to think about. And then I will continue on with the caboodle, and then once the electrics are finished I can get on and build the stairs at the foot of my bed frame, and then clad all that and get that pretty close to done really. What else is going to be? And then we move on to putting the caboodle in place, and on the bathroom side, probably bathroom walls and doors and stuff I really got to start thinking about next, because that's going to come up on me pretty quick, I think. Day 16 of the truck build today, and as you can see I'm in the bus and I've done nothing yet this morning. It is 8:30. It's been raining all night and on and off this morning, so we really have just been trying to find some inside out of the weathery type jobs to get onto. Researching a few things and chasing up some deliveries. We've ordered this morning the stairs for the side for the personal access door. That'll have to be like a slide out stair mechanism, so we've ordered a unit and we'll probably have to modify it, but it's a base for us to work from. Also just researching shower screens and doors and melamine wall sheets and all that sort of stuff. Starting to think about overhead shelving and how that will work and where things will live. So sort of just trying to stay out of the weather a little bit this morning. It's cool, but it's not as cold as it has been yet. The wind hasn't picked up, which is nice. But I am about to go and open the truck up and get started for the morning, even if it's just blowout, and then do some more caboodle or something. But that's a start. But I also want to point out, you know, I've been wearing the same set of clothes on site, but this is why, right? I've wore these pants, brand new pants, on the job site for like 30 minutes the other day where I popped out to the shops, didn't get changed, somehow I must have touched a can of red paint, ruined. Red paint on my brand new pants, on my ass of my brand new pants. Like, how does that even happen? This is why I wear the same jumper and leggings nearly every day. It's unbelievable. And also, don't judge a girl when you see her around town with Sikaflex on her hands. Just means she's been working, okay? Love Sika. It sticks like shit to a blanket, but I always end up with my hands looking like this after I've been Sikaflexing, because I then like forget to wash with terps before it sets and things, and it's like just stuck on me until it grows out. So yeah, Sika is the best. It's the shit for gluing and sealing and stuff, but by God, it makes a mess of my hands, and I get it everywhere, and then I have to spend for ages cleaning it up. But don't judge a chick. I went for lunch yesterday, and the look on the little chickie's face when I like tapped my card and my hands are all black and gross. I think she thought I was like just some filthy gronk. But Sikaflex, okay? Girl's been on the job site. But on that note, I guess I should go and strike a blow. I feel like we're in that mid-build lull. Like, we're doing stuff, but we're not doing stuff as quickly as I like. We're starting to wait for stuff. Getting down to like complex nitty-gritties where I can't just move forward and make decisions because all my decisions are pending other things, and yeah, getting a little bit bogged down in it at the moment. So still electrics to do. Hopefully we get that finished off today. Really hope. I'm probably not even going to finish on the 12-volt system today. And I'll do a video explaining the lot of the power system once it's all up and running, I think. Yeah, but maybe I'll just kick on with some caboodle out of the weather, and maybe I'll work on getting my bench top done and sealed up and stuff so it's just ready to pop in. And I don't know, if the electrics get finished, then I can start casing in the bed and making the stairs and things, but that's the plan. I always say these plans in the morning, and then you probably guys have noticed by now it's day 16 that like they rarely is actually what we do for the day, but that's the plan for today anyway. So we're just having a little test to see how much lighting we need in here for this black hole to be functional with all the doors shut up at night. So I think we're going for 2 of these big bar lights that we're going to run along the roof like that. And then these 4 overheads, oh my camera's all foggy, will actually be like this, like we have in the bus now. So they're work lights onto the bench. I think that's the plan, the lighting plan. Hopefully, maybe. My washing machine and dryer finally arrived. That's one less delivery I'm chasing, so hopefully that's a win for today. It's an absolutely filthy day outside. It's been raining consistently heavily all day, but I think Mimi's got the right idea. She's a little blue donut on the couch out of the weather, and I think that's where I should be as well. Okay, just got off the phone with Bunnings, special orders. Now, the cabinet doors I ordered, Caboodle Modern Charcoaler, the only black ones they do, are in fact a 4 to 6 week minimum wait. And pretty much every colour and profile except white modern, or there's 2 shades of white, like antique white and polar white or something. So there's 2 shades of white that are available, and everything else now from Caboodle is an extended lead time product. Just an FYI, because I got through, put it in my cart and hit checkout and paid before it come up and let me know it was going to be a 6 week wait. So just keep that in mind. If you aren't having a white kitchen, you're going to get stuck with Caboodle. So I've now cancelled that, refund $880 or whatever it is coming through, and I will custom make from Form Ply most likely my drawer fronts and cabinets, which will probably work out cheaper. It's just going to be more labour intensive, and I was trying to dodge that for the difference in price versus labour. It was going to be sort of toss of a coin. But anyway, it looks like I'm making drawer fronts and cabinet doors now, so that'll be my next project. I've built the 4 out of the 5 Caboodle cabinets that were in stock, so just waiting on that 5th one now. And then once the inside of the truck is done a little bit more, I will literally just move these guys in there, lift them in, put them all in place. But it pretty much goes sink, oven, cutlery, 900mm drawers, and then I'll have a 450mm drawer, the same size as this one, but just with 1 drawer, 1 door down the bottom. Going in, that's the cabinetry, and then overheads all around. And there's some lights. They're not finished yet, but shed some light in a dark box, I guess. Okay, this is one method I use to pick soft furnishing colours. Now, Ali picked some of these wild colours in here when she was home, but this is against the flooring. So straight away, that one's a good colour. And I don't mind this one against the timber. And that one's right against the timber. And if I went for a green, as a contrast, maybe that one, but none of the greens really stick out. These browns up here aren't too bad. That's a good one there too. There you go. There's my colour palette for fabrics and soft furnishings. It's all based on and the timber. It is end of day 16. I am sitting on my bed, albeit just a frame, in my new bus house, and for the first time today, it actually feels like it could be my house. So that's my feet. That's our inverter and everything there, and all this conduit's going sort of in behind cabinetry and things, so it won't look like Tetris for much longer. But this is my spot from my bed, and that's all got to be living area and toilets and things. But all the 240 volt electrics are done, and now I just got to get into cabinetry, and that's a probably tomorrow job. Finish off this bed frame. There's some stairs and stuff got to go in there, and all that's got to be put in behind a bulkhead, and lots of little things to do. But 240 volt power is done, installed, signed off on, so that's a big one done. But I am kind of liking the concept of sitting in here. Some people were worried, like we have our big bus window at the back at our feet where we wake up and look at the sunrise, but even with one door shut, I think you're getting an idea of I'm still having a view from my bed. I will still wake up and have a view there, and I do get a little view out of the personal door as well. It's a pretty grey, miserable, rainy old afternoon here in Dalby, but yeah, all of a sudden it's gone from being a truck to starting to feel like my home today, which is a big turning point, I think, because I was pretty resentful of this truck because I do love my bus, and I am only giving it up under much protest, I can assure you. But yes, TV will be going right up there somewhere, I think, so we can sit in bed and watch telly. Bathroom, couch, fridge over there. This side's all my cabinetry and my desk down the end, and then a big set of doors right down there. Right down there, seems it's not very far away. It's only like 6 metre long Pantech, so nowhere near as big as our bus. But yeah, feeling like home, and see what tomorrow brings. Good morning. It is day 17 of our truck build, and the sun is shining after a couple of rainy days. But there is a cold wind already sneaking around. It's supposed to only get to a top of 17 or something today, so pretty miserable for people who like to go north for winter and chase the eternal summer. On the agenda today, I think we are elasticing around the outside of this door frame. We were supposed to do it when we put it in, but then the wet weather, we just didn't do it. And then we start the bulkhead. So all this stuff here has to go in behind a bulkhead pretty much. And then this section here at the end of the bed is a set of 3 stairs, so I can climb up there because it's just over, the frame's a metre high, and then there'll be a mattress on top. These are our TV mounts, and TV's going to go up there. So I'll clean all these walls down, get the bulkheads in, get the TV mounted. And then this is that section kind of getting close to done. And then, of course, I've got a frame in this. This is going to be a set of doors, double doors into my access, cricket bags, golf club, paddleboard, spare clothes, all the stuff can go in there, and we can just shut the door on it, clad that in. And then my washing machine, which was delivered, can go in here, and I can start putting my caboodle in. I might even get as far as getting my bench tops put together and pre-stained, sealed. They're going to be the same timber and finish as the floorboards. So get those. P.S. How good do these floorboards look in the morning sun with the morning belting in? Look at that. Everyone knocking my black walls. Look how much that makes that floor pop. And then the plan will be black cabinets, timber benches, black splashback, timber overheads, black ceiling. So that will be the plan, but the timber looks friggin' amazing in the sun with the black walls, I have to say. I might be biased, but it floats my boat. So the main plan today is to sort of get this back section, the queen bed and the storage, done. That's the goal. And then we can start moving forward. And I've also got to really today stop procrastinating about shower cubicle walls and screens and stuff, because that really needs to go in there. That's my little colour samples. I'm not sure about the green, but that's my little colour palette. Keep in mind for me. But yeah, that's where we're up to. That's today's plan. As you all know it by now, plans rarely come true here, but you know, it's good to have a plan when you set out for the day. I'm liking the personal access door. I think that was a really good buy for $400. It does have one tiny little dent on the outside door, but again, lets in light and a little bit of a view. And I've ordered the stairs that are going in there as well. Because I'm a super visual person, I like to see things. You can tell me things and it doesn't really sink in, but I like once I see things. So I think at this stage, this end will be a stud wall to the ceiling, and I think I'm doing it in the 20 in the spotted gum to match the floors as a bit of a feature wall when you come in the door, and also a place to hang hooks and bits and pieces. So I might have to make it a little bit wider if I want to make tower racks there, or else it's going to be a bit narrow. But then this is a 900 by 1200 shower space, so we'll have a screen door here, shower head up there, shitter right there. This is an allocated spot for my fridge.
Hi, thanks for calling CarSales.com Limited.
And then this spot here will be the bed couch.
Always open. Visit our online help centre for answers to your questions. Still can't find
So while we're playing with blocks of wood, I mapped out this side, so I will have washing machine, sink, oven, cutlery, 900mm storage drawers, and this little bay at the end will be my desk. Oh, and 450mm desk drawer there.
How far out does that come?
600.
That's heaps of room, Danny, if you came out.
You reckon? That's a big couch for nothing.
Yeah.
So then this is the runway, lights and all.
Yeah.
Whoop, 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 straight down the centre. And then of course overheads, as many overheads around as we can get. Well, I kind of half built a set of stairs and a bulkhead. I'm the slowest cabinet maker ever, but I get there. That's why things take me so long. Now just got to put, so the spotted gum boards will go droop, droop, little stair treads, and that's how I'll get up into my bed. And Tom has been working on the 12 volt electrics, because we're running a 48 volt to 48 volt to 40 volt inverter. We've got to run 12 volt electrics for the oven, for the hot water gas, and for the pump, the water pump, and for the exterior lights at the back. But so Tom's got to do just a little bit of 12 volt work, and then all the electrics I think might be finally finished after that, but I think he's still got a bit to do. Then we've got to put the new Starlink Mini, it's coming in there beside the air conditioner. I've got to do the step trades, I've got to clad the front of this. So apparently our solar's put in, not yesterday, 0.7 kilowatts today. Probably not bad for an overcast, miserable kind of day.
It won't be charging because it's not charged,
But
the
Tom-
batteries are fully charged.
Tom tells me it only farms when it's not fully charged. So it could have farmed more than that, but that's all we needed today was 0.7. It says the batteries are currently at 52.92. We're running some lights and chargers and stuff at the moment. Tom's good at reading all this. I think we're using 85 watts at the moment, maybe. Tom will teach me how to read it one day. Or 84 watts. I'm not sure. Anyway, one day we'll learn how to read this. Okie dokes, end of day 17, I think. Is that what day we're up to?
That's funny.
Fucks me either. I know And I achieved diddly fuck nothing of my to-do list today. I kind of built some stairs. Well, I built the risers, but I haven't built the stair treads, and it's taken me all day to do it. Tom's done some 12 volt and some work on the gas, or getting ready to put the gas in for when the gas fitter comes. And it's cold and it's miserable, and I reckon it's knock-off time. I'm feeling not so motivated today. But
Can I cut the thing out of the box, the washing machine?
if you want. Tom's going to go and open my washing machine, so we'll go and see what it looks like. There's my black washing machine. It's an 8.5 kilo front loader. It's just an old cheapy brand. It's good on the energy, but it uses a shit ton of water. So we shall be only using it when we're on our new water connection, which is no different to now anyway. But I'll have to play around with the cycles and see if there's like a eco wash or something. Another build day, another trip to Toowoomba, I think. It's day 18, by the way. I was on the website last night. I can't get the sink I want, I can't get the taps I want, I can't get the shower head I want, I can't get the shower screen doors I want in Dolby. Tom needs a new toolbox for the gas bottles to go into. Apparently gas bottles can't be within 1.5 meters of an exhaust or a flash point of any description unless they're in an enclosed box. So back to Trade Tools to get another box for that today. 12 volt pressure pump we'll get while we're there today. We might look at a new TV while we're there today. I'm getting really sick of going to Toowoomba for everything, but thankfully it's only like 200 kilometre round trip, so not as bad as when we used to live on the farm. But I think that's the plan for this morning at least. Get going, get to Toowoomba. Okay, back from shopping in Toowoomba, and lucky my mum loves me because her outdoor area is now a building zone. Cracking on with back door frames and step treads at the moment, even though the wind's miserable and we'll all want to be inside in about an hour.
Why don't you be quiet? Everybody's building. It is cold. It is horrible weather, but we are outside building. And the Mimi dog just wants to play ball. Hey Mimi dog, you want to play ball? Bit of father-daughter building going on over here. Tom's got his ass crack covered today, must be cold.
Frame's bigger than the hole, we're just got to get through. Frame's bigger than the hole, it's got to get through. This box of shit. I said go through that, throw out what you don't need.
I just want to make sure it fits before but I probably should just
Today we are making storage boxes for the steps. Lift up, storage.
Because you never ever, no matter how hard you work with timber, you never ever get it square.
So we've yielded 5.6 kilowatts today.
Yeah,
They just make it pitch up just right
yeah.
and taper it off to nothing.
So we're currently, no, I don't know. Currently using 1 amp and our battery's 53.13 maybe, which is full. 60.2 volts or 46 watts coming in off the solar at the moment. I think. Stairs finally constructed. I gotta paint and stain those tomorrow and then retouch up all this where someone's been knocking the paint off
Aren't you supposed to be used here?
and then clad across the front. And in the meantime, Tom's been doing a door frame.
And you get these appointments wrong.
Nick doesn't need to know that.
But we're coming to the end of the day. It's freezing cold and it's windy, so it is nearly knock-off time, I reckon, by the time we clean up the site. Okay, it is truck build day 19. The sun is shining, but it's still 0 degrees, which isn't very nice. And there's already a wind, so I think it's going to be another cold day. But today's plan, finish off those step treads. So they just need to be double screwed, sanded back and covered in the polyurethane, the same as the floor. Clad the front of the queen bed with the double doors in it and swing those double doors. Paint all that black. And then like those step treads are going to take like 24 hours to dry. So that'll be that sort of area's pretty getting done. Touch up all the black paint and the conduit and stuff in the queen bed area, and then I think most of that kind of end, this end is kind of getting done. I still got to put in overhead shelves and things, and maybe a bed head and hang some art, and there's still things to do, but like major construction wise, that's coming to an end. Tom is working on these doors, getting the framing all bolted in, but we've got to go to Bunnings and get some bolts. So big glass doors in this cavity here, which will keep the view. And these little frames we're going to clad on the outside in the spotted gum, and then the inside I'm hoping to use as like little bookshelves and things too, because they'll be beside the couch and my desk on this end. So yeah, when I'm sitting here at my desk, that'll be what I have to look at. It'll be hard to do some work. But yeah, I think that's sort of where we're up to. As the sun is out, we might have a change of plans, and I've got some skylights and stuff that's got to go up in here. So maybe we'll have a change of tact and do that instead. But it's not a super pleasant day. So I think today is to get that door frame done. I don't know if we'll get the doors hung, but we'll get the door framing done and to finish off the queen bed area. But that's the plan. We'll see how it pans out. First job as always though, cleaning up. That's Tom's jumper, but if he wants to leave it out on a ladder all night, it's getting covered in dust this morning. And the floor looks fabulous. It does have a few scratches on it. So when I put the next load on, we'll sand them and pull them out. But yeah, it has had a few scratches with things coming in and out over the last few days. See how we go. But yep, that's the back doors. Try to get some work on them and try to get this area kind of finished off. This is one of our Chemex skylights. It's got to go up there somewhere. and maybe we'll put that in today, but we'll just see what the weather's going to do, I think. And there's my 3 spotted gum stair treads, all varnished up, out in the sun to dry, and then they can go in. Next job for today is to put the face on the bed frame and cut those doors in and hinge them. Okay, I've got my door fronts on. I still haven't got any locks or anything because they're still in a stray post, but that's that bit. So now I can tape all this up and clean it all down and paint it black. That's this afternoon's job. More painting black, all that area there. Tom's partway through fitting
While you're there, do you want me to pull this other side round?
our new
Yeah, probably.
awning.
Just hooked on that. I just want to see where that's supposed to go because the fitting instructions is due.
The King's Batwing one, a 180.
You just pull it out.
Like, it's caught on the bag, isn't it? Keep going. Keep going.
And the nose, that outrigger there to your right, Tom, or your left.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay, painted. Just put some paint on the coats, on the first coat on the front of the bed, and touched up the back wall and put a layer of paint on the conduit and up the side, and just hiding it all in a little bit. So definitely needs a second coat, but we'll let that dry. And we get to do it all again tomorrow. A few more deliveries made it today, including the base for my stairs that have to come from here. It's a little slide-in mount that goes in there over the fuel tank and then drops down. So Tom's on that tomorrow, I think. The 180-degree King's awning now is up there above the door, the big batwing guy. The end of, I think, are we day 19? I think we're day 19. Felt like progress today. My duvet cover and my sheets also turned up today, so that's something. Hot water system turned up yesterday. I'm still waiting for one caboodle cabinet from Bunnings. They cancelled my door fronts and stuff because I couldn't wait to the end of September for them. What else am I waiting for? I'm still waiting for my oven and my pop lock caravan style door latches. I'm still waiting for those as well. But actually feel like I achieved something today. Feel like I did something today. Feel like we're starting to make progress quite rapidly now. All the sort of dicking around with things in the background are sort of starting to happen. So all the little bits are starting to come together. Tomorrow I hope to put a second coat on that queen bed area and the conduit up that front area. Even though the conduit will be hidden, I want to paint it, make sure it's done right. And then my step treads can go in. And then I think we're moving on to the caboodly kitchen side of things. We've made it to day 20 of the truck build today. I think the goal is for me to put another coat of paint on that queen bed area and all that conduit. I think Tom's working on 12-volt electrics, and then we might get the washing machine in. I think that's the goal for the day. Is that the goal for the day today, Tom? He don't know, but I think that's the goal for today. Anyway, this is the starting point for today. I'm not particularly happy with how this plywood's come up, so hopefully another big coat and that will get all those little deviations and things out of it, hopefully. But yeah, that's where we're at this morning. More painting first up, and I've got to fit a bank of USB ports in here somewhere so we can charge phones and things at night. And then washing machine's going there. This is how you know that Tom is working on electrics. Shit for days. But I now do have 2 coats on all that up that end of the truck. So Tom spent half the afternoon not doing anything productive, but re-
The other lights are off.
rewiring our coloured flashing lights that come with the fire truck. Priorities, I guess. So if we ever need to clear a campground, we just put them on.
Go reversing up the bloody laneway up the road.
Yeah. Clear everyone out of the free camps with the popo lights. Don't have a mattress yet, but the TV is in. And Tom's been on the roof doing something with solar panels. And it looks like he's about to mount the Starlink Mini here by the look of it. The mount's here anyway. Got my little stairs going up to my bed in now. They come up quite nice. This area is kind of getting on to finished. There'll have to be one shelf going across that wall. I might do something on the bed head, but I haven't decided yet. And I'm just finishing off the door handles and things on these cabinets once I figure out where the caravan door lockers will have to go, which I can't do until they arrive. And of course they haven't arrived yet. But this is known as the storage hole. So this is a big area under here. Spare clothes, cricket bags, golf kits, paddle boards, fishing rods, fishing bags, spare bed linen and blankets, filing, all that good stuff gets to go in that storage hole. Which is the reason why we built it high, because we're losing the through bins in the bus. So pretty much everything from the through bins and that is already under our queen bed now have to fit in to this space here. Okay, at the end of day 20, and it is another one of those days where we really haven't stopped all day, but I don't feel like I achieved much at all. I got my queen bed area all painted and everything up. That's just really needs my door locks, which are in the post somewhere, and a mattress, and that section's finished off. My storage up this end's all finished off. Then the TV mounted, got the external lights wired in and mounted, and the flashes wired in and mounted. Tom's run all the 12-volt wires for the hot water system, for the oven, for USB ports, for overhead bench lights, and for the pressure pump. So that's all done, all the 12-volt systems, all the wires are run and done for that. Just painting and tidying up, and made a little start on my bench, getting my timbers ready for my bench tops. So yeah, lots of little things today. Didn't feel like we did anything major. No huge visual change to show for everybody, but I think that's it. What are you up to for the rest of the day, Thomas John? Are you done? Done. Thomas is done. Yeah. The switches are giving him the shits already, so we'll see how that goes. They might be getting changed. Okay, I think that's us. Day 20 over and done. See you all again tomorrow for day 21, which is 3-week mark. Rightio, I think we're day 21 today. It's like 10:30 and we haven't struck a blow yet. We've just been running around chasing up a few electrical things, light for the outside, above the PA door, bits and pieces, chasing my missing caboodle cabinet from Bunnings. It's apparently sitting in Ipswich, which is like 2.5 hours in the wrong direction. So sorting out things like that this morning, but it's time to get on. And I think Tom is going to do a skylight this morning. Oh, and we're putting that light on the outside. I'm going to put a light in above the door, and yeah, I think skylight, Starlink Mini. Well, the sun's shining, even though it's windy and it's still a bit cold, but get up on the roof while the sun's shining today. What are you doing, Mimi, with the sore foot? My oven finally arrived. Well, I assume that's what's in this pallet. That's pretty exciting. One more thing, or one less thing on this. Just like that, let there be light, skylight. And apparently that's what my roof's made out of. Fiberglass and foam and fiberglass. Yeah, it shouldn't have any heating and cooling problems. And it's got some timber in it as well. Okay, that's where the washing machine's going. That we have days where we don't look like we achieve anything, even though we don't stop, and then days where things actually look like they happen. So this morning the Starlink mount's gone in, the skylight vent's gone in, and the light above this door's gone in, and we're about to cut the bathroom vent in there as well. So even though we don't stop some days, it doesn't look like we do much, and then all of a sudden it just jumps forward and we get stuck on it. Just turn the lights off to see how much light actually comes through the sky roof, the bathroom vent and that side door, and even with that side door shut, there's quite a bit of light back in here. That's impressive. More cabinetry on this side today, and the under personal door steps, I think, next on the agenda. And just like that, we have cabinets. Still missing one. It got sent to Ipswich instead of Dalby and it's been sitting there since the 28th, but you know, can't rush these things. One more there for my desk, and then my desk hole on the end. Starting to come along now. Starting to look like it might be a house one day. We've got the stairs in, we've got the washing machine in. This will be my sink cupboard, and that will be the hot water going in there. The Thetford oven will go there. It's sitting up on my bed at the moment, but it will go there. Cutlery and crockery, pantry, Tupperware. This little drawer under there will probably be saucepans. Still waiting on one drawer here. Like I said, currently in Ipswich, but it's now being transferred to Toowoomba. That'll be my computer and office drawer, desk space. But next thing I think I might go to Bunnings and work for is some little drawers to go under here that will be concealed by the kickboards. And it might be like Mim's dog water bowl goes under there. We might put some shoes under there. But that's a wasted space that I think we can do something with, so I'll go and find some baskets. That's our skylight in. I've obviously just got to paint the surrounds of that black, but that's a start. So we've been running the air conditioners and speakers and lights and things today, giving the power a really good test out. And we've yielded 2.4 kilowatts today. Still 85 watts coming in. Battery is full. It's discharging at 2 amps at the moment. 164 watts out and 162 in, so it's just not quite keeping up, but it is 4:30 in the afternoon, I guess, in the middle of winter, so there you go. Keeping up with air conditioner, lights and power tools, no worries. With the lights off and the back door shut, you can just see how much light that one roof light and the door lets in, compared to if I turn you around down this end with those doors shut, jet black, but up here with the roof light and the side door, it lets in more light into the black hole than you think. But yeah, and that's where we're up to. Sitting here on my bed frame, my door's shut up because there's a fire in that fire pit out there with my lights on and the air conditioner on. Some cabinetry in. Starting to get a real feel for what my home might feel like. Which is a little bit scary, moving out of the bus that I love and into a new home and new adventures, but I'm starting to get a feel for it, and I like it so far. It's smaller and it's different, but it's also going to be more nimble and more off-grid capable than what we've got. And a new chapter, but feeling good today. Day 21, 3 weeks. I'll have to do a budget update again for you guys tonight too. Feels like I just did that yesterday, but do it, get another one for you. But yeah, some progress. So one more caboodle cabinet to go down there in my desk. Then that finishes that run off. Then we start shower, fridge, day bed on this side. Clad and hang the big doors that go there in the back. Obviously the big steel doors there are shut at the moment. But yeah, you're starting to see your little skylight is in, my shower vent over there's in. I even hung a coat rack here at the end of my bed. mount there's for the TV, but we've taken the TV off while we're doing dusty work. Stairs. So yeah, starting to feel a little bit more like a house. Got lots of conduit painting left to do, and I'll have to paint that as well. Tomorrow's schedule, I think Tom's going to cut the gas heater in tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow morning we've got to go and get firewood for my mum and dad, and then we thought we might play croquet for something different in the afternoon and have a break. But we'll probably still do some work on the truck as well. And if we do, I think we're going to cut that gas hot water system into the cabinet. I think that's the big job for tomorrow if we get onto it. So we'll go from there.